This is the review of the 2016 Honda Accord Coupe. This is the top of the line V6 all dressed model. For the exterior styling, it has the classic coupe lines. This is a huge car. There's a lot of use of chrome. There's big 19-inch wheels. There's a dual exhaust. Again, chrome on the bottom, chrome on the grille in front. There's just a lot of chrome used in this car. The front end is okay-ish. It's got like the nice lights, the nice fog lights. Overall, the presentation is buttoned down but reasonably stylish. I don't think it's incredibly stylish, but it's reasonably stylish. The trunk is pretty spacious. It folds down in one piece, as you can see the trunk pull there. There's plenty of room though. On the inside door looks very nice. It has a nice style. There's like a metalish finish. They're very thin doors and they don't give the impression of solidity, but they are rather solid. The noise vibration harshness is reduced to a minimum, and the interior is, how you say, very user-friendly. There's even CarPlay, except I didn't have the Apple wire to show you how it worked. The biggest speedometer in the world looks you right in the face. The interior layout is really based on having the packaging. It's huge. This interior is huge and it's wide, and there's even space in back for two reasonably sized adults, though not too big adults. The front seats are heated but not cooled. There's dual zone automatic climate control, and overall all the standard amenities that you would expect from a car of this price are present. This car does come with 6 airbags and does have hill assist, which essentially means that when you're going up a hill and you're at a stop sign, you can let go of the brake and the car won't go backwards. Meanwhile, up front in the engine is the Earth Dreams, which basically means it's a Honda engine, and it's a V6 that makes a wonderful sound, and it takes regular gas happily. Here's my thoughts on the road. This is a review of the 2016 Accord Coupe V6 top of the line model, equipped with everything: adaptable cruise control, blind spot warning, everything. It's got everything. It's got the big sound system that doesn't sound that great. It's the same price as a TLX Acura 4-cylinder. It's an expensive car in Canada. It's like $38,000. It gives you a lot. A few things that strike me. I'm just going to give you my general impressions. One, there's a lot of room in this car. Even if it's a coupe, it's huge, the amount of room. Two, they've made the door panels here very thin, which I'm not sure gives it a feeling of like rigidity, but it certainly gives a wide open environment that you're in. Three, this dash layout, it's got this gigantic speedometer in the middle. It's got really a in-your-face screen right here at the bottom. It's got a rear view camera and an accessory screen here top center. I would have to say that it is extremely functional. However, I would say it is not the slick presentation that the TLX is. And I'm comparing it to the Acura product and not its competitors in this review that much, because, well, when a company offers something for the same price but two different cars, I think we should know which one we want from that company before we start comparing with others. The steering wheel has a nice soft leather. The leather of the seats is of reasonable quality. Control weights, meaning the steering, pedal, gas, are tuned slightly sporty, I find. The steering wheel is a bit heavy. The brakes bite a lot. And the gas pedal has a good engagement. I would say that this V6 has a throatier sound than, for example, the V6 in my Acura TL 2013, which is essentially the same engine, more or less, except this one takes regular gas and mine takes premium. So there's a 10% premium tax for I don't know what. So let's listen to this engine. I was telling you it sounded good. Let's listen. And as you heard from that shifter, you don't get the CVT, you get a 6-speed automatic. What's it like on the road? Well, Honda has always been as comfortable as you can be without becoming a Toyota Camry. right? The Toyota Camry traditionally has always felt axed uniquely on comfort, whereas this Honda Accord is comfortable, and that's reinforced by the best seats in the industry. I think they really have great seats. And a suspension that is compliant, yet it doesn't feel like a boat. It's really a Honda suspension. For those of you who are familiar with Hondas, it feels like a Honda. So that's where it's positioned. And it's become, since it's so comfortable and compliant, and the styling over the years has become more and more generic, it has found an appeal with older buyers. Those of you old enough to remember, in the late 80s and the 90s, the Honda Civic was almost, not the Honda Civic, but the Honda brand was a little bit of an aspirational brand. It's not quite that anymore. It's more a run-of-the-mill Honda savings bond type of car purchase, if you want. So that's the impression I'm left. Just quick remarks. The visibility for a coupe is very good, excellent all around. Sometimes with coupes, there's compromise in visibility. I don't see it at all in this car. It's very, very well designed in terms of visibility. And it's just an easy, predictable Honda drive. If you want something more stylized, more trendy, this is not your car. However, if you want the sure thing, I can easily recommend this car, and I think Ross can too. Ross was making the remark that the lack of a four-wheel drive option from Honda is becoming, let's just say, it's a bigger factor now. In like 20 years ago, all-wheel drive, no one really did that. Today, you have Subaru, you have even Ford Fusion is an optional all-wheel drive. The fact that Honda doesn't offer that on its Honda Accord models is becoming sometimes a factor that may lead somebody to get a Legacy, for example. So after discussing it with Ross ad nauseum last night, we both came to the conclusion that we would probably get a four-cylinder Acura TLX instead of this car, which doesn't make this car a bad choice. It just means that we prefer the TLX.